Hello everybody. Well, as I'm about to start recording, I can feel the wind blowing. I do apologize about the wind. Anyway, today I did my Harwell half marathon and it went very well. Very wet. It absolutely, yeah, chucked it down. It was very, very, very wet. Could have done with it slightly better shoes. I'm going to have to look into some trail shoes with some studs or something, because some of the muddy, like single track paths you run on, you couldn't grip properly, you'd slip and slide. So all that was very good, interesting. Anyway, here's me half marathon. I'll just show you at the same time. I'm trying to click. That's like my camera in front of my thing. There's my half. Wow, it says wow, finished very strong, which is, yeah, true. I finished. I can't believe that I finished the slow running, or should I say, this low heart rate. It really does do the trick. It's just like unbelievable. So there's the profile of the run. It's all on Strava. You can have a look at my Strava account. It's all there. Two big hills, as you can see. They were, what's it, just before the 14k mark and just before the 16k mark. So as the race went, I thought, okay, I'm going to sit to about a 5:20 pace. That's what my plan was, my initial plan. And I went out and started going. Yeah, I'm just going to go to my actual, this one, laps. So laps. So my plan was to do a 5:20 pace. And I started a bit quick. And I started at what, a 5:06, 5:10, 5, and I was running at 5 minutes a k pace, or just over 5 minutes a k. I felt comfortable. It was really feeling good. So I was stuck with it. I was chatting to some blokes while we were running along, and I was just feeling good. And I was watching my heart rate. My heart rate was sitting. Sorry about the wind. Oh. Anyway, my heart rate was at averaging around about 150. I'm looking at that. Yeah, 150. Sorry, my camera's right in front of my heart rate. So my head moves left and right. I'm trying to see my screen. So my heart rate was sitting at 150, just over 150. So I thought, okay, that's cool. I'm going to keep it there. If it gets to 160, I'm going to back it off, because I don't want to go blow myself apart. So I'll sit in there. At 8k mark, around 7.5 8ks, I had my first gel, which, yeah, I just had my first gel and it kept me going. And then I had my second gel, where I just climbed that big hill. So I had my second gel at the 15k mark, roughly, and then cruising. Now, this low heart rate, here comes the wind again, training that I've been doing, I have found what it's giving me is this like strength, some strength in my legs, where I'm starting to think I'm starting to fatigue and that, but I just feel stronger. I can go harder and go harder, which is strange. It's hard to say, because I realized that in my last park run, my last k and a half, my last park run, I had this like strength in me where I could really kick on and get going. And then I found that today again, because if you look at it, the last 5ks, I joked with the one bloke. I reckon we had, what, 3 miles left. So I said, hey, a park run left to go. I said, come on, let's go. We do a 21-minute park run time, which was just crazy. But anyway, I started to just cruise. And you look at my last 5ks, I ran a 5:13. We had just climbed a very big hill there. I was finished. I'd walked a bit up the hill because I thought I'm going to save myself and walk up the hill. So I walked up that hill, and then I kicked on. So then I ran, what, a 5:30, 5:26. Oh, why am I saying 5:30? A 4:30, 4:26, 4:56, 4:38. That's my end of my 20k run. That's my end of my half marathon. I was going. I felt strong. Something else I noticed while I was busy running the last few Ks, I said to myself consciously out loud at one point, actually, pump the arms, pump the arms, pump the arms. And when I was pumping the arms, I felt good, and everything just worked nice, and it was just nice and smooth, and I felt strong. So a really good park run. Anyway, here's a piece of paper. I got soaked, so it's nice and crinkled. I don't know if you can actually see anything there. Anyway, I'll just say it. Overall position, I came 52nd, 52, and I think it was 300 people there. My age, gender, okay, gender was 44th, which is fine, sorry about the wind. And my age group, I came 14th in my age group. Chip time, 1 hour, 55 minutes and 9 seconds, which is like, really, it's awesome. I'm really chuffed. I'm just going back to my overview. Stopped my watch at 1 minute 57 seconds. 1 hour 50 minutes and 7 seconds. Fantastic. Average pace, a 5:14 a k pace. And where's my cursor? What was my average heart rate? I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom. Average heart rate at 156 beats per minute, which is roughly what I was. Every time I looked at my watch, that's where roughly it was. It bounced between 152 up to 158. I did go over 160 once or twice on the big hills, the 2 hills. But I basically had planned, I thought I'm going to run most of the hill, and the very top where it really becomes steep, I'm going to back it off and walk. And I found actually walking, I was going up the hill at the same pace as the guys running. So, yeah, I don't know, it's just, yeah, everything went so well. Anyway, that's all good. So, sorry I didn't record the run, but it absolutely, yeah, chucked it down. I got some nice blisters on my feet from running in wet socks from start basically, very wet. So yeah, I've also decided I'm probably not going to film my races, any big races, until I find a small camera, because I think if I had to run with this gimbal in my hands, it would have totally, yeah, I wouldn't say put me off, but it would have hindered me slightly. So running without the gimbal, which is half a kilo with the camera and everything on, I think I've realized now I need to get myself a decent camera. I had a GoPro here, 7 Black, I'm thinking. So that's on the Christmas list. So, but for park runs, I might just use this for the time being. As for what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to build my base up now. I'm just going to keep going and see what kind of distance per week I can maintain. So I'm going to get back onto it, and I'm going to push up to probably about 70 to 80 kilometers a week. That's my goal, not my goal, that's what I'm planning in my head. And see how comfortable that feels, and try to keep that going through the winter. I'm probably going to sign up for the Milton Keynes Marathon. I'm thinking I'm going to do that one. That's May time, I think. So that's what I'm planning. My next big race will be then. Anyway, I got the medal to say I did it. Not the greatest of medals, but it's a medal there respectively. And that's it. So I might be out tomorrow. I might actually run to work tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see how I feel in the morning when I wake up. Whilst I might give myself a day's rest and then get back in it on Tuesday. Anyway, cheers all. Have a good week ahead of you. Bye.